Welcome or welcome back, everyone. My name is Sandrine, and here we are for episode 10 of How in the World Do You Pronounce It? My goal is to help you make sense, pronounce, and practice all the challenging French names of cities and mountain peaks of this stage 13, Le Bourdoisan to Saint Etienne, of this 2022 edition of the Tour de France. I am a native of France and I want to demystify the French language. Remember to exaggerate vowels. I will teach you the easy way to pronounce the French R. I will help you with what I refer to as the banana smile. And most importantly, I guess we will remember to take a good breath before pronouncing most of these names. And voila, let's get started. All right, first I am going to say all these names once, and then I'll break them down for you. Now, as a reminder, please do not pay attention to the spelling of these French names, all right? It's mainly it's the first rule, the first rule of the French club. All right, let's go. So, as I said, so the part will be from Le Bourdoisan, and then Visil, Côte de Briey, Grenoble, Sassenage, Tulinfur, Col de Parménie, Saint Etienne de Saint-Joire, la Côte Saint-André, Messier, Ésimpinet, Vienne, Côte de Saint-Romain-en-Galles, Côte de la Croix-Régis, Rive de Gier, Saint-Chamond, la Talaudière, and the finish line, l'arrivée in Saint Etienne. All right, now let's break these down. Let me exaggerate my vowels. All right, so as I said, the part or departure will be from Le Bourdoisan. So here, Le Bourdoisan. Le is E. It's a forward movement of your jaws. Le. Sometimes it can be le. Let's go for le. Le bourg, our. So yeah, there's the sound oo, and here is our first, I guess, French R. The French R is mostly a breath, and the secret is to keep your tongue at the bottom of your mouth and it stays put. It doesn't move an inch. Okay? It stays there and you exhale. Ha, ha. And it's easier to pronounce it and practice to first take a good breath and inhale. So you inhale so you can exhale. All right, so let's inhale, take a good breath, and try again. R. There you go. That's the French R. As the letter R. So, as I said, bourg. Le bourg. Doisan. Here we have wa and we have on. So wa and on. Oisan. And then we have to add doisan. So doigt and zan. Doisan as a whole. Together, we take a good breath. Le bourdoisan, right? So, as I would say a French person would be le bourdoisan. All right, next up at kilometer, so it's going to be at kilometer 27.2, au kilomètre 27,2, they will arrive in Visil. Visil. So here is our example of a banana smile. The reason why I emphasize on this is because in French, we have this E sound, which I refer to as the banana smile, E, 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 because we have another sound that often to non-French speakers will sound very similar, and it's E, E. E is a sound that you make. The air goes up, if you will, up there in your mouth. It's almost nasal, but up. E is a big smile, all right? Banana smile. So here, again, we have two banana smiles. So we have E, E, as in visil. Visil. Okay, again, together, let's take a good breath. Visil. All right, could be worse, right? Let's continue. At kilometer 30.4, au kilomètre 30,4, our favorite riders will arrive in Côte de Brie. All right, let's do this. Côte de. So we have côte. Côte with a O, côte. Yeah, it's a little sustained, right? Côte, côte. Côte de. Again, same sound as le bourgeoisin. E. They're similar, so don't fret, don't worry about that. But mostly, remember, it's a forward movement of your jaws. Even Côte de. Côte de briller. Briller. Now, I know we have the French R, R. So, let's break it down. So here, if you inhale, take a good breath, and start with the French R. Remember, you don't move your tongue. It stays down in your mouth. You can do with a big smile and the E sound. So here we have those two similar sounds, I guess. So let's start with the R. Riez. Right? Riez. Now, let's take a good breath together, ensemble. Riez. Riez. Right? So, just want to emphasize. Riez. So, there's a ya in between. Riez. Right? Now, once you get this down, you want to shorten it. Riez. Riez. Okay? Encore une fois, one more time with me. Let's take a good breath. Riez. All right, but now, wait, there's more. We need to add the B ba of briller. So, we can do this. Let's take a good breath. Ba, riez. Ba, riez. Briller. Right? So let's take a good breath. Briller. All right. You did it. Next up, at kilometer 40.3, au kilomètre 40,3, they will arrive in the city of Grenoble. Grenoble. I know. All right, let's break it down. So, similar, again, let's focus on the R, the R, French R, R. So, R sound. R. We take a good breath, and here, the R is really going to transform into the sound just like in de briller, just like in le bourgeoisin. So, with a R, preceded by the R. So, R, R, R. But then there's more. We need to add a g sound, or we need to precede it with a g sound. So g, r, right? G, r, and we put them together somehow. We take a good breath. That's going to help. And we go for it. So, gara, gara, right? Gara. And we try to shorten it. Gra, gra, gra. So, this is the first part. And then we have noble, 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 noble. So, as a whole, together, ensemble, let's take a good breath. Grenoble. And one more time, encore une fois. Grenoble. Yes! We did it. One down. So, next up, at kilometer 48.7 au kilomètre 48,7, they will arrive in Sassenage. Now, interesting, right? So, it's a typical French A, which is a A. We had this, for instance, in stage 4, the first stage in France, which was on the finish line, l'arrivée in Calais, Calais. Here we have twice the sound A. First, we have sas, 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 and I'm going to say sas, sas. And then we have nage, nage. So a soft j. Nage, nage. Sassenage. Encore again with a good breath. Sassenage. Not too bad, huh? Yeah, next up, at kilometer 71.7 au kilomètre 71,7, our favorite riders will arrive in Tulinfur. A lot of U's. U. So the U sound is contrary to the sound. I would say instead of moving your jaws forward, you just drop them. You drop them down. You drop your jaws with a small opening of your mouth. And it should become a U, U, U. And here we have it twice. So, let's start. Tu, 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 tulin, un. So the sound un is a very important one. And it's the sound un is, if you will, number 1. Numéro un is 1. Un, just like in, yes. Some of you might have guessed. Dunkerque, right? Which was again the first stage in France, stage 4. Dunkerque, un. So here we have l'un. And the first, the beginning of this name goes like this. Tulin, tulin, tulin. Together with a good breath. Tulin. And again, so the second part of this name with another U sound is fur, fur. Now I know it ends with the ra, right? So we remember the rule, the French rule. It's basically, just a breath and your tongue is down below in your mouth and it stays there. That's the secret. So, ur, right? Ur, but then it's with a f, fur. All right, so as a whole, together, ensemble, let's take a good breath first. Tulinfur. All right, next up, at kilometer 79.2 au kilomètre 79,2, they will arrive in le col, I should start here, col de Parménie. So, let's break it down. Col ol, col, col. Col de, again, remember, forward movement of your jaws, col de Parménie, Parménie. So here we have par, yes, French R, just a breath, par, par, and then we have me, so so basically it's a up in your mouth, up there, almost nasal, me, and then we have the banana smile, so that's why we want to differentiate them, right? Me, ni, e, big smile, banana smile, ni, many, together, ensemble with a good breath, many, right? Many, and Parménie, right? Together, ensemble, good breath, Parménie. So as a whole, let's try it together. Let's take a good breath. Col de Parménie. All right. Next up is at kilometer 89.3, au kilomètre 89,3. They will arrive in, this is a long name, but we can do it. Nothing is impossible in French, right? All right. So it's called Saint Etienne de Saint-Joire. All right, we have twice the Saint, which is Saint. So here, let's say we have the sound un again. Un. Just like in Tulin, un. Just like in Dunkerque, un. Numéro un, number one, un. So we have Saint. Don't ask me why. Don't think about why. Don't pay attention to the spelling. We have santé. E. So E, not E, right? E. Up in your mouth. Not a banana smile. Santé. Tienne. T. So here's the banana smile. T. Yeah, T. N. Tienne, and it's shortened into tienne. So it goes into really Etienne. And so the first part of this name as a whole is, listen to it one and we'll practice together. Saint Etienne. So let's go. Let's take a good breath. Saint Etienne. So again, Saint Etienne. Saint Etienne de Saint Etienne de, and here we have Saint again. Saint Joire. Not too bad, I think, right? So it's a soft j sound with a wa, joie, and the French R, the air, the air, and it's r. Again, just a breath, keep your tongue down in your mouth where it stays put, right? War, joie. Encore again with a good breath, joie. And it's Saint-Joire, right? And there's more. It's de Saint-Joire, Let's do that part together, ensemble, with a good breath. De Saint-Joire, right? And as a whole, we can do this, and you can do it, right? Let's take a good breath together and go for it. Saint Etienne de Saint-Joire. Right. Wow. All right. Next up, at kilometer 101.6, au kilomètre 101,6, our favorite riders will arrive in La Côte Saint-André. We can do this. We can do this. That's why I'm here. La Côte. La. So the French A. La. 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 And I would say la, because the name is just starting. La côte, côte, la côte de, yeah, let's say, no, sorry. Actually, don't listen to me, or listen to me now. From now on, la côte Saint, here is another saint, 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 André, 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 right? But with a French accent. André, André, right? So, Saint-André, yeah, it's going to sound like this. Saint-André, the T is important. Saint-André, right? And as a whole, we take a good breath, we go for it, and it goes like this. La Côte Saint-André. We did it! All right, next up at kilometer 122.8. I apologize. Au kilomètre 122,8, they will arrive in Messier. Messier. Sorry. Messier. So, what do we have here? Mostly, we have E, we have a banana smile E, that goes into a Y and a E, right? Yep. So, let's start with the E. It's me, si, ya, e, up in your mouth. Not as a banana smile. So, si, banana smile, ya, and e. Scier, and you shorten a little bit. Take a good breath with me. Scier, right? So as a whole, it goes like this. Let's take a good breath. Avec moi, with me. Messier. All right? Next up, at kilometer 127.1, au kilomètre 127,1, they will arrive in, we have all kinds of these funny, tricky, I guess, French sounds. Ézin-Pinet. Ézin-Pinet. All right, let's break it down. Ézin. So again, just like in Messier, we have the sound E, E, aise, aisin, un, aisin, right? Good breath with me. Aisin, aisin, aisin. Pinet, pinet. So banana smile, P, E, E. Ne, e, again, another e. So we have this twice in this name, right? E, pinet, pa, pinet. Aisin, pinet. Let's do it together. Let's take a good breath. Aisin, pinet. Aisin, pinet. All right. Next up is at kilometer 136, au kilomètre 136. They will arrive in Vienne. Now, this is the French version, if you will, or at least it's what you call Vienna in Austria. We call it Vienne, and we have a town with the same name in France, which is Vienne. So here they will arrive there for this stage 13 in Vienne. Vienne. So we have a banana smile, E, but again, it goes into a y, and a, e. So it's yeah, and even farther than that, it goes into ien, and it's shortened, so it's mostly yen, right? Yen with a v sound. So as a whole, together, ensemble, let's take a good breath. Vienne. All right, next up. Next is at kilometer 148.6, au kilomètre 148,6. They, our riders of the Tour de France, will arrive in, let's go for it. All right, let me take a good breath. Côte, my goodness. All right, let me do it again. Côte de Saint-Romain-en-Galles. All right, we can do this together. We break it down like this, as such. Côte de Saint, again, we have another saint, which is Saint, Saint Romain. So it starts here with a French R. So remember, it's a breath. Your tongue stays down in your mouth. The best way is to take a good breath first. And here it's oro. Aroma, aroma. Let's try it together. Roma. Right? So this is a saint's name, right? Saint Romain. Encore together. Saint Romain. En Galles. French A, Galles. Saint-Romain en Galles. Right? So let's try it together as a whole. Let's take a good breath. Côte de Saint-Romain en Galles. All right? Yeah. Somehow we did it. Next up is at kilometer 154, au kilomètre 154. They will arrive in le col de la Croix-Régis. Oh, yeah, I know. Let's do this. We can do it. So first off, col, all, right? Col de la, a, col de la croix. Yeah. So roi with a que roi, croix, and the name Régis. Some of you English speakers might, I believe there is or was a, was he Canadian or is he Regis Philbin? But Regis here is Ré, so it's sort of the French R. Ré, right? Not E, but E, Ré, Régis, I, banana smile. is, with a soft j. Gis, gis. Régis, Régis, right? Let's take a good breath together. Régis, I don't know why, I guess my voice is getting tired. So, let's do it again. Régis, right? Now, with the croix sound that precedes it, it goes like this. Croix, Régis. I know. Croix, Régis, right? Let's do it together. Croix, Régis, right? And as a whole, let's do it together, ensemble. It goes like this. Good breath. Col de la Croix, Régis. We did it. We did it. All right, next up is at kilomètre 165.3 au kilomètre 165,3. Your favorite riders hopefully will arrive in Rive de Gier. Rive de Gier. Okay, so it starts with the ra, right? Ra, ra, ra. Goes into a banana smile, ri, ri, and the v, rive. So it's a bit accentuated on the e, right? Rive, rive, and I would say v, rive, rive, rive de, forward movement of your mouth, of your jaws. Rive de Gier. J. Banana smile. J with a soft J. J. Ya. E. Up in your mouth, right? E. Ya. Ye. Iye. Iye. Gier. Gier. Encore together. Gier, right? So as a whole, it goes like this. Let's take a good breath. Rive de Gier. All right, we did this one. That's just, See, it's intimidating, but as long as it's broken down, hopefully, let me know. I hope it helps. Next up is at kilomètre 176.9 au kilomètre 176,9. They will arrive in another saint name, Saint-Chamond. Saint-Chamond. Let's break it down. Saint, Chamond. Here we have the sound A, which is the French E. A. And we have the sound Mon. It's pretty closed up and nasal, right? Mon. Chamond. Good breath. Chamond. And as a whole, together, ensemble. Good breath. Saint-Chamond. All right, next up is at kilomètre 185 au kilomètre 185. They will arrive in, let's do it. La Talaudière. All right, so we have the French A few times here, at least I think twice. So first is la, ta, so la, ta, l'eau, d'hier, D-E-E, banana smile. So basically another one of these hier, right? Hier, I, ya, R, R. Hier, hier. Hier is shortened. Hier, hier. D'hier, d'hier, d'hier. And I would say talaudière. Let's do it with a good breath. Talaudière, talaudière. We're almost there. We're almost there. All right. As a whole together, ensemble, with a good breath. La talaudière. Encore. La talaudière. All right. Next up is the finish line, or will be their finish line. L'arrivée. And they will arrive at kilomètre 192.6 au kilomètre 192,6 in the one and only Saint Etienne. Saint Etienne, if you do not know, this is where the factory for Michelin tires are made. Saint Etienne. Saint Etienne is another saint, right? Saint, and well, truth is, we practiced this already in Saint Etienne de Saint-Joire, so we've been through this. So it's going to be hopefully a bit easier. So Saint, Saint, T, E, not a E, E, Saint T, yen, 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 yen. So banana smile, ya, n, yen, 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 tien, tien, right? Tien. And basically it goes like this, as a whole, together, ensemble. Let's take a good breath, and here we go. Saint Etienne. Encore again. Saint Etienne. Yes, congratulations. You did it. All right, this is it for stage 13. Next, well, we'll see you next, for stage 14 from Saint Etienne to Mende. So that's a sneak peek for you. Saint Etienne to Mende. All right, I will see you then. Thank you. Let me know in the comments below. I'm welcoming any feedback. Okay? Thank you, everyone. See you then for stage 14.